Bruiser Brody, I was myself. I like Bruiser. I told you before about in San Antonio where and I believe this is off the tape where Luke Williams was booking San Antonio Southwest Championship Wrestling, and Joe Blanchard, I believe, told Luke, hey, if you guys can beat world class as they come to town. They were at the Joe and Harry Freeman Coliseum. We're at downtown Coliseum, and he ended up booking it and doing it. But Brody had worked there and everything. Bruiser Brody was always real nice to me. He was always really nice to me. Man, his work was unbelievable. I'd seen him. This guy was super over. Even before me and Tommy got together, I remember being in Kansas City, and I was watching the matches. And imagine now, there was a big stage at the Memorial Hall in Kansas City, and Brody was walking in the dark, and the people was watching the match out here, and the whole place turned around and started chanting, Brody, Brody. Brody told me and Tommy, I told Tommy, he said, I work against that Ric Flair. He said, but I messed them high spots up on purpose because I don't want my matches being like his, like the same match that he has night after night and time after time. He said, I messed the spots up on purpose. Brody was his own kind of man. Me and Tommy got a chance to work too with World Class and do independence with him and Abdullah. Remember?
Yeah, we traveled with Brody.
Yeah, we would. They would have Abdullah and Brody against each other, and me and Tommy would work against like the Assassins.
But if you didn't like Brody, you respected him.
Yeah.
I mean, you that's the respect that. I mean, you just come into a room and you just go, whoa. You might not agree with what he says, you might not like what he says, but you ain't gonna say nothing and you're gonna respect it. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you.
Yeah.
Because he
was all business.
He was a man. He was a man's man. That's
and he was
for sure.
He was business too.
Go to Puerto Rico and get killed, stabbed like that. That's a waste. I mean, of talent, of a man, of a great legend. I mean, wow.
Bruiser Brody, he was unbelievable. Him and Abdullah would work, and big Abdullah Bruiser's body and his head, man, when Bruiser Brody kicked him in the head, looked like a little potato snapping back. Man, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I remember when we was in Israel, and Brody took a barbed wire and wrapped it around the butcher's head, and then this guy from England who wasn't a wrestler was standing beside me. He said, "Is this real?" And all of a sudden, Brody took that barbed wire and looked like he pulled it tight, and it just skinned up his head, and blood went flying, shooting up in the air. That guy started going, "Oh my goodness, it is real!" I mean, those guys were unbelievable.
It was real in Israel.
Huh?
It was real in Israel.
Yeah, I guess it was.
We were in Israel.
Israel, it's real. Yeah.
I mean, but they had some classic matches.
And then they had
Brody and
Abdullah. Yeah.
They had some classic.